Yeah, I would say I 1v1 the guy on the Peloton today. I forget his name, but his name was like his college alma mater plus like his job, age 60s. But this is what really got me. Hashtag like Caribbean dad bod, and then location was Turks and Caicos, which I barely even know where it is. And then his picture was like him shirtless, kite surfing. And I said, not today, motherfucker. You are going to be humbled today. So he was up on me. He had started a little early. He probably started like 3.5 minutes earlier than me. He was up on me by about 50 watts. Let's just say when his ride finished, he was 10 watts ahead of me. I high fived him, beat him by maybe 45 to 60 in the end. I did not receive a high five back. He exited, which is very there's no graciousness there. But either way, welcome to the show. I don't know how things go in the kite surfing community. Maybe people just let you win. On the Peloton, you're going to have to go a little harder than that. You're going to have to pump out a few more watts than that, okay? Also, I mean, this maybe is not fair, but I'm going to get a lot of plus twos for it, which is dangerous. But I'm like innately distrustful of anybody that is from the United States of America or Canada and then moves to like a tax haven in the Caribbean. I think we just had value differences, and for that reason, he had to pay. Non destructively, just on the bike. Does Jersey count? I think in Sip's situation, I think it's okay because he moved there for love. He loves money. Hey, what are you gonna do? But like, if you marry somebody who's from Jersey, or let me just say they just happen to be from Jersey, and then you move to Jersey to be with them, that's the most beautiful situation of all. You get a guilt-free reason to move to a tax haven. If you move to Jersey as a single man and then you find a bride, I'm beating you by 50 watts. That's all I'm going to say. So if you're riding the Peloton in Jersey, you better put hashtag like I met my wife before I moved here. And then I'll go easy on you, okay? Then I'll chill out. I'll be like, give him a couple of extra watts. He probably didn't get his cafe ube this morning. Didn't you move to Canada for Kate? What the hell are you talking about? First off, Canada not a tax haven unless you're moving here from Sweden. Secondly, I moved to Canada because that's where my mom's vagina happened to be when I was fucking born, and the rest of her, for that matter. What are you talking about, my man? I was born here. I didn't move here. She moved here. She didn't move here for me. She moved here basically like, against her will when her parents decided to move here when she was like 10. I've been here the whole time, except for like that 1 year when I taught ESL in South Korea. How come you don't have the Canadian accent? Because I grew up in a rural area of Canada and then decided that I didn't want to be associated with that kind of debauchery as I got older. So I willfully took away my Canadian accent so I didn't get made fun of on Xbox Live voice chat. But yes, in my high school, many people, including Mouth, sound a little bit like going out for a rip. Oh, come off it, you turkey. Does anybody in Vancouver have a Canadian accent? Hey, I wanted to, any motherfuckers here from Burnaby? Know your place, okay? I was out, so I mean, I should probably get started with the content. I'm from the big city, okay? But let me just put it this way. I know that Burnaby would never be caught dead doing this. Before I turn right, I actually have to check my mirror and my blind spot in order to make sure there's no cyclist that I'm about to hit with my car and kill. Okay? I know in Burnaby it's not like that because the infrastructure is inhospitable to people trying to get some exercise. That's probably why 1 in every 3 people owns a Ford F-150 on lease. I shouldn't have said owned. My mistake. Can you guys just fucking chill out and just realize that you're not the big city? You're the small city that I go to get a little taste of nature when I'm sick of living in the concrete jungle that somehow still has more green space than your city. I make it make sense. It's just flat concrete. Anyway, long story short, my ass going to Lougheed Town Center, okay? Trying to buy a little beanie baby for my kid because she lost her other beanie baby, okay? I I'm in a mall parking lot. I am driving in the mall parking lot. Maximum speed 10 kilometers an hour, okay? I go to look to my left to see if there's any spaces in the parking bay. 1/8 of a second of glancing to my left, a pickup truck behind me hits me with the horn. I say, okay, I didn't realize that the Dairy Queen is closing soon. You got to get your chicken strip basket. Everybody just relax. I slow creep it forward, maybe like 4 or 5 more parking bays, because Kate says this isn't the where we want to be in the mall. We don't want to walk through the mall that much. Let's go to where we actually want to be. A new pickup truck behind me does exactly the same thing when I look to see if there's a parking spot. Bitch, nobody lives there. What's the rush? It doesn't make any damn sense. In Vancouver, when a taxi honks at me and tries to get me to run over a pedestrian that's crossing the street when I'm trying to turn right, I get it. They're on the clock. Your ass, it's a Sunday. It's like the most beautiful day of the year. Just relax. It's the mall. If you had some place to be urgently, you wouldn't be here. No one's like, I gotta get to the mall. I gotta get to the mall. Unless you work there in order to make the payments on your Dodge Ram 1500. In which case, you should have left 5 minutes earlier. I mean, in Vancouver, if you're 5 minutes late, okay, fair enough. There's lots of people. In Burnaby, if you're 5 minutes late, holy cow, world's most insane planner. We've been through this before. I don't respect when people honk. The only acceptable time, there's a few. There's 2 acceptable times to honk. Panic honk if somebody's about to merge or turn into your car to say, hey, wake up, bozo, don't hit me. Polite 1/8 of a second honk if somebody doesn't realize that the light has turned green and they're still sitting there. Any other honking is basically just like you never learned how to manage your emotions and you're mentally 12 years old and you want everybody else to know that you're mad. Like you want someone to feel bad that you're mad, which is like heavy little brother energy. Anyway, let's get started with the dulls. I previously said of all the cities surrounding Vancouver, I mean, Burnaby's got some great Korean food. It's got a couple of, malls with stores. You've heard of them. I'm just saying, you're putting yourself on notice. Don't make me go out to Richmond. Richmond is sitting there. They got a Costco. They got great Chinese food. I could easily switch my allegiance to Richmond in a heartbeat. At least, like, sometimes in Richmond I do get honked at, but most of the time I get honked at, you then see the car do something so insane that you don't take offense to it. You're just like, this person in your face. You're like, come on, buddy, you're a bird. Relax. Am I going to take offense when a bird caws next to me? Like I'm just going to the grocery store.